Alright, guys. Before I start the battle, I'm just going to put out a little reminder here. A lot of you have been asking how do I get my battles, either through the YouTube comments, or sometimes people have messaged me on Facebook and YouTube. So, it's like that's a reminder here. Most of my battles I actually get through Twitch. I will try to get battles other people, if they can't, really attend the stream. But, yeah. I know my Twitch streaming schedule has been a little bit chaotic recently. Sorry about that. It's, real life with the baby and the wife and the working and all that. But I am actually going to be streaming today at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. So if you want to come out for that, that would be fantastic. I would love to see you there. Without further ado, let's get into this battle. Now, this battle is against a player called squishymeat. And, yeah, he did get the battle on Twitch. Remember, you can always follow. And you'll be alerted when I stream if you do that, or if you follow me on Twitch. Now, past the pointless advertising, or the shameless advertising, I'm going to go ahead and leave Sir Pierre as he leads with Dragonite, and I'm just going to go right into Altaria, thinking that he would either try to set up with Dragon Dance or go for the Fire Punch, which would be super effective against Superior. He ends up going for the Earthquake, which works out for me as well, because I am immune to that sort of thing, as he goes out into Excadrill now, as I just go ahead and Mega Evolve, and this was kind of an obvious play. I am bringing a different Mega Altaria than I usually do. Just going to go ahead and try it out. Cotton Guard Altaria. Actually, this is a dual setups Altaria. I have the Cotton Guard, and I have the Dragon Dance to set up basically double. And I predicted this switching into Excadrill, so it's just an obvious play for me to go ahead and go for the Cotton Guard. And I'm going to do it another time, as you can see, to get to max defense. Because it is a +3 defense, and as you can see, that Rock Slide does nothing. He definitely should have went for either the Earthquake or the Iron Head, though, assuming he has Iron Head. Since Iron Head is super effective, and Earthquake actually will hit Mega Altaria, being that I lose my Flying type. Rock Slide is probably the worst move he could have used, but oh well. Anyway, he's going to go ahead and go into Machamp now, which is an odd play, considering it's weak to Fairy, and I'm just going to use Return, which is my attacking move. I do have a Dragon Dance up, and plus Cotton Guard, so I have no idea why he would be going into Machamp there. Either way, he's going to go into Gengar here, which actually is going to force a switch. I know. I have, +8, stats, but I am going to be scared away from this Gengar because, I don't have any special defensive boosts, and I was really afraid of taking a Sludge Bomb there. Definitely could have done a lot of damage. Anyway, I'm going to go into Jirachi, and I figured this would kind of, force the switch, but then he just goes for a Shadow Ball and kills me. And I do not get the flinch, unfortunately, so I'm just going to lose Jirachi, which is not fantastic. And kind of makes me sad. So I go into Landorus now, and I'm just going to go for the knockoff. He ends up staying in, that's fine, because it's going to get rid of Gengar, which was a big problem to Mega Altaria. And now I feel comfortable that I can come back into it later. Anyway, in comes Alakazam, which it is going to be his Mega, which was kind of obvious looking at his team prior to the battle, and this is another interesting set that he has here of this Mega Zam you're going to see in a minute. So he's going to go ahead and get the Intimidate using Trace, which I wasn't even considering, actually. I was just going for the knockoff because it's super effective. I knew that it was Mega and it probably wasn't going to get the extra damage, but I figured it would still do a lot, but because I forgot about Mega Alakazam getting Trace. That was my bad. Either way, I end up doing more than half to it anyway, so that's pretty good. And I'm just going to go right back into Altaria as he continues to go for Psychic. Mega Altaria has some good special bulk anyway, and as you can see, I take that pretty nicely, and he has the Recover, which is something I wasn't really considering. He said after the battle that this is a defense HP build of Alakazam, which, why would you even do that, man? Is it like the new meta? I mean, it's still, like, as you can see, pretty weak to physical moves, as he does not really recover more than he's going to take from Return. But, yeah, he's going to go right back into a Dragonite, which is a curious play, because it's going to let me go ahead and set up again. And as you can see, I am setting up. And he's just continuing to go for the Thunder Punch, which makes no sense to me. Since I resisted, my best guess is he's trying to get a Paralysis on me, which would be a nuisance, but not a great one. Anyway, he's going to wise up and switch out into Rotom now as I go for another Dragon Dance. And yeah, this will kind of force my switch again because I am afraid this is going to be a bulky Rotom, and I really don't want to take a Will-O-Wisp on my Mega Altaria. It would really cripple me, so I end up just going into Volcarona, who's immune to that sort of thing, but he ends up carrying Thunder Wave, which I was not expecting. In fact, I'd almost never see Rotoms with Thunder Wave, but as you can see, it worked out from there. It's actually going to really cripple my Choice Scarfed Volcarona. Sorry, Volcanion, not Volcarona. Volcarona is another Pokemon entirely. This is Volcanion. And, yeah, as you can see, he's going to be able to get the 2-hit with Thunderbolt because he gets the confusion, or sorry, he gets the paralysis there. Not that I really would have been able to KO him anyway, but still. So I'm going to go into Quagsire now as he goes for the the Hydro Pump, and as you can see, it does a little bit more than half, but after my leftovers recovery, I'm kind of like 50-50 about me being able to take another one. As you can see, you can see that it does a little bit more than half. It does like 3 HP more than my half. Sorry, 1 HP more than half. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to stay in, I'm going to live this, hopefully, and get off a recover, and there you go. I live with 2 HP as I recover back to, you know, a little over half, and my leftovers will make it a little more than half, so even if he gets max damage, I feel pretty confident here that I can pretty much Toxic Stall this Rotom with my Quagsire, which would be pretty excellent. He's going to try to keep going for Hydro Pump eventually, though. He's going to miss. Either that or he could crit, which would suck because that would kill me, but either way, yeah, I'm just going to keep munching on my leftovers as he's taking toxic damage. I'm just hoping he doesn't get a crit at this point. I'm actually really hoping that he's just going to miss, and he ends up just withdrawing wisely. And he goes back out into Dragonite here. And, yeah, I'm just going to recover again, and that is a full health Rotom, my friends, and, sorry, full health Quagsire, my friends. Rotom was the thing that he was using. But, yeah, I'm just going to go... He's going to go for an Earthquake, which does a little bit, and I'm just going to try to kill this Dragonite with Scald, and it will be enough to take it out, so that's pretty nice. And, yeah, he's going to go right back into his Mega Alakazam here, and I'm like, okay, I do have Earthquake, as you can... I mean, obviously, you can see that I have Earthquake. Well, I do have Earthquake, I'm going to have Quagsire. Of course I have Earthquake. But, yeah. Gotta go ahead and go for it, figuring that, you know, Alakazam's paper defense is no way, right? It stabbed Earthquake. Although Quagsire is not very strong, and as you can see, the physically defensive Alakazam ends up healing more than my Earthquake can deal. So, there you go. Physically defensive Mega Alakazam. It can work. You know, using Recover and stuff, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna heal more than I can deal, I'm gonna go ahead and Toxic him. Because that's what Quagsire does. If you're healing more than I can deal, you know, just gonna Toxic you, and now I'm gonna continue to Earthquake you. How about that? How about that, Mega Alakazam? Of course, this thing is still a Mega Alakazam, so it has a ton of power behind its punches. And there you go. It's gonna hit me a lot with Psychic. I should have probably recovered there, even then, though, I might have been a 2-hit KO. So, yeah, I just get the Earthquake off, and that is going to leave the Mega Alakazam at the very least in red, as it kills me. In fact, he might actually die to this Toxic hit, I'm thinking, but even if he doesn't, I am pretty confident that I can just come in and revenge kill this thing. It's just going to die. And there it goes. It's just going to die before I can come in and revenge kill it. It does die to the poison, and I believe that leaves his last Pokemon as Rotom, and I do have Serperior, so that's pretty much good game. Serperior is going to come on in. Actually, I think he has another Pokemon after this. I think he still has the Excadrill. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Leaf Storm and get the +2. That's going to kill Rotom. No matter which one he went into at this point, Serperior is going to, you know, wrap it up pretty much. Especially since I know his Excadrill is not Scarfed or anything like that. So in comes Excadrill. Going to go for the Hidden Power Ground because it's, you know, perfect accuracy. It actually doesn't quite kill it, sadly, and, yeah, he's going to be able to get off a hit on me with Earthquake, although this one he probably should have used Rock Slide. Oh well, just going to go ahead and kill him, so good game there. Squishymeat was a good one, and, yeah. If you guys want a battle with me, don't forget to come out to my Twitch stream. It's going to be starting at 5 o'clock today, Eastern Time. So that would be cool if you want to go ahead and, you know, pop in, say hello, and all that. And if you want to follow me on Twitch, obviously that's really cool. Anyway, so we finally know the final forms of the starters and their types. So that's pretty neat. They were leaked a little bit before this, but finally confirmed. And from left to right, we have the final form of the grass starter, which is called, from what I understand, Desudui, which is by far probably the most interesting and least predictable of the bunch of what the typing was, ended up being. We have Incineroar and finally Primarina, who, and the final typings are pretty interesting. The grass starter actually picked up the ghost type, losing the flying type, which is kind of interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. I was kind of hoping it would stay the flying type. Thank God the fire type is not fire fighting. Everyone is afraid of that. It is indeed fire dark, as we suspected from the start, although I'm not really a fan of how it looks, and kind of disappointed that they decided to make it bipedal. And finally, we have Primarina, who picks up the fairy type. So, yeah, just pretty interesting designs here. Which one is your favorite is obviously today's question of the day. And which one is your least favorite? I still have to say that my least favorite is the Primarina. Sorry, Poplio fans. Not a huge fan still. I mean, I don't really see how the grass starter is a ghost, honestly, but I guess I would leave my favorite as Incineroar, even though I'm not really a fan of that design either. I thought that the starters, at least the fire and grass starters, in my opinion, had so much potential. Kind of disappointed about the final forms overall, but everyone's opinion is different. Leave a comment about that, and see you guys again next time. Later.